So, today we get into the quadratic equations. You know how to solve quadratic equations, but today we will look into some more tricky equations. So, first, which ways of solving quadratic equations do you know?
Cross.
You mean factorizing?
Yeah.
So-
No factors.
So we can factorize using that number, that solution, numbers multiplied to the last one, adds up to the middle term. What else? What other methods you know?
Quadratic.
Quadratic, using quadratic formula. And one more.
Square.
That's quadratic formula. Completing the square. Try by completing the square. But today we look into some more tricky equations. For example, if we have equation 9x in the power of 4 plus 17x squared minus 2 equals 0. It's equation, it's a quartic equation. It's not quadratic. But we can make it as, sorry, I asked them to be more quiet. Sorry guys, can you please be more quiet? So, how we can make it into the quadratic? It's quartic. How
9x squared and then x squared. And
we
then
can do substitution. Let a equal x squared. Then x in the power of 4 becomes a squared. Becomes a squared. So we get now 9a squared plus 17a minus 2 equals 0. So now we can multiply 9 and negative 2, negative 18 and 17. So we're looking for two numbers which adds up to 17 multiplies to negative 18. What are those two numbers?
9 times 2.
9 times 2, they don't add up to
9
17.
minus 1.
It's 17.
17 and 1.
We have, it's 18, it is 18 and negative 1. 18 times negative 1, negative 18. 18 plus negative is 17. Why we're doing that? That we can split middle term. We have 9a squared plus 18a minus a minus 2 equals 0. Then we group 9a times a plus 2 minus a plus 2 equals 0. So 9a minus 1 times a plus 2 equals 0. So a equal 1/9 or a equal negative 2. Which one we should
1
disregard?
Oh, no,
Negative 2. Why? Because we have that a equals x squared. X squared cannot be in real numbers. Later on we will learn that it can be negative. When we learn in complex numbers, but we look into the real numbers, it can. So we have now x squared equals 1/9. So what x equals?
Negative plus minus.
Plus or minus 1/3. X equals plus or minus 1/3. Make sense? So we can do substitution. And we can, using substitution, we reduce quartic to quadratics, which we know how to solve. One more example. one more example. Actually, two more examples, and then you will do some practice by yourself. So let's consider the next equation. 2 times x minus 2 over x squared plus 5 times x minus 2 over x plus 3 equals 0. Again, we can use substitution. What substitution we will do?
A equals x minus 2.
Let's say a equal x minus 2x. This becomes 2a squared plus 5a plus 3 equals 0. So you can rewrite it as 2a squared plus 6a plus a plus 3 equals 0. 2a, a plus 3 plus a plus 3 equals 0.
Mr. V, I don't get how you got plus.
How I got this?
Yes.
I multiply 3 times 2. 3 times 2 multiplying these two
Yeah, but
numbers.
should it be a minus A?
So I multiply 2 and 3
Yep, right.
equals 6.
That's impossible.
So and this is 5. I'm looking for two numbers which multiplies to 6 and adds to 5. And that will be mine, obviously. You're absolutely right. It will be minus. It will be. So it is not. Does not work. So I made mistake. Good that you follow me. What I'm doing. So that will be plus 2a. Plus 2a and plus 3a. So those numbers are 2 and 3, which multiplies to 6 and adds up to 5. So we got 2a, a plus 1 plus 3, a plus 1 equals 0. 2a plus 3 times a plus 1 equals 0. A equals negative 3 on 2, or a equals negative 1. Then we substitute back, and we will get x minus 2 on x equals negative 1. How we solve this? Times everything by x, we get x squared, and I move minus 1 to the right, we get x squared plus x minus 2 equals 0. What will be x equal from here?
Plus 2 minus 4, negative 2 and 1.
We have x minus 1 times x plus 2 equals 0. So x equals 1 or x equals negative 2. And we have this next one, we have x plus, minus 2 on x. X minus 2 on x equal negative 3 on 2.
That's the same answer.
We multiply both of them by 2x, we get 2x squared minus 4 plus this we times by 2x plus 3x equals 0. So we have 2x squared plus 3x minus 4 equals 0. What this factorizes to?
2x plus 4. 2x plus 4 and x minus 1.
2x plus
4
4.
and x minus 1.
2x plus 4 times x minus 1. So let's check 2x squared plus 4x minus x minus 4. Yes, correct. So we have x equals negative 2 or x equals 1. So we got same, we we got the same answers. So solutions to these equations are this. Make sense what I'm doing?
Yes.
And one more last example that I will do. Let's consider the next equation. We have 4x minus 3 root x equals 1. What substitution we should do here?
Square.
Root x equals a.
Root x equals a. So then what x will be equal?
A squared.
A squared. X equals a squared, so we have 4a squared minus 3a minus 1 equals 0. Factorizing it,
4a minus a and 1. 4a minus 4a plus 1 and then a minus 1.
so can you get 4?
A minus plus 1.
4a plus 1,
A minus 1.
a minus 1. So check 4a squared minus 4a for the minus 3a minus 1. Yes, well done, that's correct, equals 0. So we have a equal negative 1 quarter, or a equals 1. So what we have to do with negative 1 quarter? We reject it. So we have root x equals 1. So x equals 1. So solution is x equals 1. Make sense? What we did? So when looking solving more difficult quadratic equation, we often can involve substitution. Okay, that's all new stuff for today. Like, subscribe, and donate to help fight terrorist countries and organizations like Russia, Hamas, Iran, etc. Support Ukraine and Israel.